Hi fans of high quality entertainment, Molly is here and we're preparing for our parody of Harry and Meghan Part 3. But for now, I wanted to show you quite a few CDs. You might remember, some of you might remember, couple weeks ago, my brother-in-law, Ken, gave me a lot of vinyl records, and I passed some of them on to Glenn Kellaway from the basement. A lot of bluegrass, country, well, mainly bluegrass vinyl records, which he was very happy to have. So, as some of you might remember, my brother-in-law Ken gave me quite a few vinyl records a few weeks back, and I passed some of them on to Glenn Kellaway from the basement because they were quite a few bluegrass albums, and so Glenn was very happy to receive them. And so there's quite a few CDs here. Most of them I'm not interested in, so if Glenn wants them, he may have them. But, you know, there are, I'd say, 3 or 4 that I definitely want to keep. So I'll keep those for at the end. So here they are. I'll fairly quickly go through them. This guy's a great talent, just not my kind of music. Garth Brooks, Scarecrow. Percy Sledge, Shining Through the Rain. Della Mae, This World Oft Can Be, and it looks like it's autographed. I think some of these are kind of local musicians that they would see, and, you know, they would just buy the CD, sometimes not even, you know, just to support the artist. Andrea Markovi, Stephanie Grappelli, no idea. Harmony Road, Volume 1. I'm sure some of these are like bluegrass. Joe Nichols, Man with a Memory. Danny Brinson, Looking Back. Merle Travis, I've heard of him. 9 Pound Hammer. Now this guy I really know well. One of the great country artists of all time, George Jones, Cold Heart Truth. Look at him as a little boy. That's cool. Once again, Garth Brooks, Sevens. This is one for Glenn. Frank Sinatra, Romance. Once again, George Jones, Walls Can Fall. Apologies for the glare. Matt Dusk, who I've heard of. Bestseller, Nashville Fiddles, 100 songs, 4 CD set. I don't know if Glenn's into fiddles or not, but that is part of bluegrass. Susan Boyle, I Dreamed a Dream. Luther Vandross, the great Luther. And this is called Power of Love. Banjo Babes. Now I know that Glenn plays the banjo, so I'm sure he'd be interested in that. the, I don't know how you pronounce that, the Grasscles. Looks like it's autographed. And another one. Long List of Heartaches. And I think he has more CDs. These are just the first 2 bags of CDs. Livin', Lovin', Losin'. Songs of the Lovin' Brothers. I think Glenn's heard of them. I believe they're bluegrass. Brandon Rickman, Young Man, Old Soul. The Lonesome River Band, One Step Forward. Like I said, some of these might be local musicians. And Trisha Yearwood, Jasper County. So that was one bag. And so this is the other bag full of CDs. I'll save the best for last. I hope Glenn's writing down the CDs he wants. Alan Bibby in the Blue Room. The great Patsy Cline and Loretta Lynn, Just a Closer Walk with Thee. John Barry, Standing on the Edge. Joe Diffie, Twice Upon a Time. Randy Travis, A Man Ain't Made of Stone. I don't think Glenn's into this. You know, some of this is country, but I do know that, you know, my brother-in-law loves a lot of bluegrass. Clarence White. And, you know, acoustic guitar work. George Strait, One Step at a Time. Another great country artist. Lefty Frizzell, A Heart on the Highway. The great. I've heard of him. My dad used to have his albums. Grass Town, The Other Side of Town. Elvis, Christmas Peace. Never heard of this album. Maybe somebody out there can let me know what it's about. I guess it's just Elvis's Christmas songs, I take it. A compilation. It's 2 CDs. Robert Michaels. This guy, I've heard his music. He's a superb acoustic guitar player. James Taylor. Glenn can have this one if he likes. New Moon Shine. Tony Bennett and Katie Lang, A Wonderful World. 2 great talents. I used to buy Katie Lang albums. Way, way back in the day. Tim McGraw, Everywhere. Alison, no, this doesn't have the, oh it does, it has the cover here. It's just Alison Krauss, is it Krauss? Cross? And Union Station Live. But wait, there's more. Now this isn't, this is just like a DVD-R, oh it's a DVD. Maybe it's a video. Doc Watson, Morning Playlist. No idea, but Glenn can have that. It's probably just audio. Tracy Lawrence, Sticks and Stones. Junior, Sisk, and Rambler's Choice, Blue Side of the Blue Ridge. Flat Out Bluegrass, Some Say. Lonesome Meadow, Sitting on a Sidewalk. And there they are. They're sitting on a sidewalk, although some of them are standing. So there is some confusion with that title. Doc and Merle, CDR. Give that to Glenn. Aaron Neville. Aaron Neville. That's it. One of his solo albums. Getting close to the end, folks. Patti Loveless, I've heard of her. Mountain Soul 2. Rhonda Vincent. An Important Message from the Vinyl Cafe. Stuart McLean. Harry Connick Jr., just for Glenn. the Marigolds. That's the State I'm In. The Eagles, Hell Freezes Over. Glenn can have this if he doesn't have it. That's when they reunited and did this the live video and album. Doc and Merle Watson, Watson Country. Kicking Up Dust, Grasstown. Grasstown, The Road Heading Home. Sounds like it's probably bluegrass. Over 60 Minutes with somebody named Lightfoot. That's right, Gordon Lightfoot. Glenn, there you go. Or pass it on to Sam. The Hager's Mountain Boys, Forever Yours. Okay, so I've got a double DVD that I'm going to keep, and just one of these CDs I want to keep. But this DVD, I've seen parts of this, but it's Randy Bachman, Vinyl Tap Tour, where he talks about all of the songs he did with the Guess Who and Bachman Turner Overdrive, and then of course plays them. It comes with a DVD and a CD. So I'll be watching that at some point. Yeah, and he just tells the story about each of the songs that he wrote or he wrote with Burden Cummings. I love this artist, but I prefer his earlier stuff. But you know, he's always been great. Joe Cocker, Unchain My Heart. There you go, Glenn. This one, I don't know if Glenn has this. He might, but I know he's a very talented banjo player. Steve Martin. Rare Bird Alert with the Steve Martin and the Steep Cannon Rangers. Or if he has this, he can pass it on to maybe Sam. Love Steve Martin as a comedian too. So the one I'm keeping, the one and only one that I will keep for sure, I've never had in my CD collection. So it's cool to have this. Paul McCartney Unplugged. Yeah, I never, this was at the time when I kind of lost interest in buying his albums for quite a few years, like 25 years. The official bootleg. Of course, for MTV. And I've seen some of the footage and everything. I might have even seen the whole show at some point. But it's nice to have this finally on CD. There's the man himself. And that is it. Thanks for watching. It's Linda, Hamish, and Paul Wicks. And Robbie McIntosh. So that'll be a fun listen. Bye, everybody.